in Ryanair. And we're just going to fire it up real quick. It's going to take a while for the IRSs to come up. Battery, standby, emergency lights can come on and be armed. And we got ground power, so let's kick over the ground power and start everything up real quick. 737-800 Zibo mod with the RG mod, of course, is what you're looking at. And so that's what we're going to be flying. Happens to be one of my favorite airplanes, or one of the only two airplanes that I fly. So hey, that's what we're going to be taking over there. And if the flight goes smoothly without an issue, we're going to do a turnaround and come back to London here in the Flight Factor A320 under the British Airways livery. So we'll see how it goes. Starting stuff up right now. Let me go turn on the position lights to steady. Turn on the no smoking signs for now. And that can be good. And we're going to leave the APU off for now. So hey. Heathrow is the biggest airport in the world. I don't think so, Aaron. It's a big airport. I don't think it's big. Fierce Hunter, what plane do you like to fly the most? Let's see. You know, I want to say the 737. But the flight factor on the 737 are up there for me. They're both like the two airplanes that, as you can tell, I fly the most. You know, so flight factor has the edge on just everything included, but the Zibo is right behind it. I gotta tell you that. So it's curious. I don't know. All right, let's do init ref. Let's align these IRSs here real quick so we can have them come up. Paste that there. We are at EGLL. And our route today, we're going to go EGLL to EDDF. EDDF. Good. So let that come up. Let that align. We'll put in a route here. But before we do that, let's just go ahead and start the boarding process on this. Get everybody on board. Good deal. So Josh, you're saying Heathrow has 125 stands, not including 13 cargo stands. Wow. Didn't know that. That's a fun fact. FS Lab malware news, not good. Never used P3D or FSX, so I'm not on that side. I've always only used X-Plane, so that's what it is. All right, but starting in process, that's the galley being boarded. And let's just quickly do some stuff here. See how quick you can get this airplane out so we can do a return leg if we have to. Go back to the menu here. Let's just enter the fuel and CG. And of course I use Simbrief for everything. Fuel is going to be 7229. You know what? I have to go back and adjust this because I have this in kilos instead of pounds. Hardware config. There we go. Kilos. Back. And go to back. Fuel and CG. There we go. So the kilo for the fuel is going to be 7229. I didn't save that, really? Maybe I didn't. Other config, kilograms, back, save. There we go, cool. And let's do it again. Okay, 7.3. There we go. And then the payload weight for this flight with everything on board, including passengers, is going to be 19.2. Cool. So we got zero fuel weight of 60.6. That is perfect. Nice. Alright, so that's it. CJ Hollister, what's up, man? 72.2, you're correct. I didn't see that. I was making a mistake. That's me switching from kilos to pounds and back and forth. It's all good though. Good to see you. All right. Let's see. Iris has got about a minute left to align. That's good. All right, and we should bring on the flight. Let's start that. And then we can enter the flight plan instead in the route page. EGLL, EDDF. And thing with the flight in Europe, somebody can tell me this, why are there so many waypoints for a 1 hour flight? It's kind of crazy. So we got a lot. So first waypoint is DET, DET. Airways are UL6. Now I know why people want to save the flight plan and just pull them into FMC automatically, because never had to do this. So I go to UL9 from this. And then UL9 to Conan, K-O-N-A-N.
Guys, the Leo's on board.
Conan, UL607. Lots of airways in Europe, I'm realizing. A whole bunch. And you guys do use them over there. KOK. UM150. And DIK. Oh, Dick. Seriously? Man. And from Dick, UT856. This is like 3 times the amount of waypoints you would have in the US. But I'm sure there's a good reason for it. And ADUSU. Adusu. And from Adusu, T856. Tango 856. And NIVNU, N-I-V-N-U. This is like a second line here. I'm just reading off the plan itself, and it's a lot. T180. Maybe I'm doing this the wrong way and getting the wrong plans, but this is what SimBrief generates for me. UNOKO. 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 Ah, that's it. Done. Activate that. Go to departure. It's saying that we're going to be taking 27 right out of here on the DEF2F. So DEF2F, 27 right. Perfect. Arrival is going to be UNOK 2M. UNOK 2M. Oh, these are specific for the runways, and 7 right on the arrival. Is your ILS 7 right, ILS 7 left, ILS 7 right, X-ray, ILS 7 right, Zulu. Wow. And we got a lot of transitions here. I'm not going to deal with that for now. Actually, you know what? Let's do chart transition for now. See if that works out. I will just go to leg and run through everything here real quick and make sure. Go to the plan mode. I think that's the longest I've ever done flight plan input. Yeah, that's got to be the longest I've done a flight plan input here. Let's run through this. So we're going to be taking off 27 right and making a left to EPM. And we're going to go east and south, back north. Okay. I see what happened here. Okay. Alright. We're going to work with this. If we have to modify it, we'll modify it. So maybe it's not a chart transition. Let me go arrival, arrival. and select again ILS 7 right. Next page. I should be looking at the charts for this. Let's see, TAU. Curious to see. All it takes me to chart, I'm back. You know what? We'll stick with that. Why not? Execute. All right, we're good. We don't have any discontinuities, so that's a good thing. Back to the legs page, and we are all set up for this flight plan. Awesome. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. Map mode over here. Over here we can extend the range so we can see where we're going. 40 out. Perfect. Nice indeed. All right. Looking at the A, this was 1016 was the QNH. 10. Yeah. 1016. Got to do it on both sides. There you go. Perfect. And we can start up the APU now. I heard that some places in Europe you're not allowed to start the APU until maybe 10 or 20 minutes before departure. I'm not sure how true that is, but that's what I heard before. Let's listen to this APU fire up. Kian, I got the power. What's going on, man? Airbus is best. Cool. I hear you. But Boeing is more fuel efficient. Well, we're going to be flying both tonight. We're going to be flying the 737, and on the way back, we're going to be flying the Airbus, so you guys can compare one or the other. You guys will get a chance to compare that and see. But I'm just checking out the rest of this airport, man. This airport is beautiful. Look at all these buildings in the background over here. I have some ortho scenery too. ZL19 around the airport, 18 beyond that, and so forth and so on. And let's check out the other side over here that I haven't looked at yet. These are all the British Airways hangars, I suppose. Yep. Then they have homes beyond that too. Trains. Nice. That's a lake of some sort. Yeah, this is Aerosoft's Heathrow, and it's not bad. It was like 29 euros for this thing, so say it was worth it. Man, more gates. It's a big airport, really big, and it's spread out. Good deal. All right, let's get back into the cockpit here, get back into our seat, and finish the setup process. Let me start the APU gents, and give me 1 second here, guys. Let me just check one thing. Hold on. Alright guys, I'm back. I had to go check my dishwasher. I put it to run, and for some reason, it smells like it was burning something. So, it's all good. Nothing is on fire. We're going to get ready to get out of here. So, if I'm not mistaken, weight setup, flight plan is set up, and overhead is ready. So we got the windshield heat on. We can turn on the electric generators. We can turn on the APU bleed, get some air in the cabin. And we can adjust the temperature here. Take it off of auto, cool it down a little bit. And with our flight plan today, we are going to flight level 350. Let's put that in here. And then let's go ahead and put in our cost index and those things that we're going to need in the perf. Alright, so zero fuel weight was 60. That's good. We've gone up to 35,000 feet. Our maximum is 35.2, so we're kind of weighty here. Our reserves is 2.5, and our cost index was 68. Wow, it's kind of high. I heard that airlines are going to start adjusting their cost index now because fuel is getting expensive. I don't know how true that is. Cruise wind, top of climb is 147.057. And the outside air temperature is going to be minus 54 Fahrenheit. There we go. 6,000 transition. Anybody know what the transition level is in England? Just curious to know. Just curious. We'll go with 6,000. Alright, 17 there, and we're going to derate this takeoff to 94.2. That's good. Flat 5. CG 4.9. 141, 142, 149, 164 is a climb out speed. Alright, Mr. Kian, I got the power. I see you, man. Thanks for joining me anyway. Hit that like and subscribe button, then you can head off to sleep. And let's look at the charts and see what London is all about. Alright, so our departure SID is going to be a funny name, DET2F. So that we have to find. We got to find out DET2F. Got you. There's a 2F and a 2G. And we'll see what that says and where we need to be. And based on the DET2F, taking off runway 27 right, it's saying that straight ahead. Okay, so we're going to runway heading, and the top altitude here is 4,000. I'm sorry, 6,000. So 6,000 top altitude and runway heading. So we're going to do 270. Yeah, these charts are harder to read than in the States, but I'm getting used to it. So it's 6,000 in Spain. Thank you, man. I appreciate it for the cruise dude. Black Knight, what up, bro? Welcome aboard. All right, there we go. Straight ahead, then left turn, bearing 137 to EPM. Cross set above 4,000. Okay, good. Go EPM. Legs 4.9 on the trim. Okay, trim set's good. All right, we got the glare shield set up. Can do RTO on this. We got the flight plan in. We got our weight and fuel in. We got our V speeds in, or our perf in. So I think we are ready to go. Let us go ahead and call up the pushback truck. Actually get the seatbelt sign on too. Good deal. Let's see here. Can I go through any one of these spaces in the cockpit? No? Won't allow me? Let's do it this way. I'm trying to create a wing view and I didn't set up what I needed to. Let's do this. Let's go. Ooh, sorry. Forgive me a second, guys. I didn't set up for. I don't like the wing view that I have, so I'm trying to set up a different wing view. See if that will work. Nope, it's not going to work. Alright, we'll leave that alone. Let's call it better pushback and get out of here, man. We have a long day ahead of us. I'm going to go over to...
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Please show me where you want to go. Very nice. Alright, if we're taking off runway 27, right, we are going to have to do nose... I'm sorry, we're taking off 27, right, yeah. So nose left. That's where we're going to be pushing to, and we're going to have a semi-decent taxi to get to where we need to get. Okay, so that's fine. We're going to have a taxi all the way out to 27 right by a couple of different taxiways here, but I guess we'll get to see what this airport looks like. And we can go ahead and turn on... No, we don't want to squawk 9999. Turn on the transponder. And since we need the doors closed, we can go ahead and turn on the anti-collision light there. And we have APUs running. We are good to go.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Will do, ma'am, will do. Don't close the door, please. Oh, she closed it.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright, go ahead and connect. Got a Swiss here next to us. And I think we got a United Airlines old livery over here. It's connecting up.
Beer, wine, and cocktails are $5. Monster drinks are $3. No longer accept cash, so we will take credit cards, debit cards, or coupons. Do you have a link window access number?
So connected and bypass payment started. Release parking brake.
If you do not meet the budget criteria on that
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
If you have a cell phone, please make sure they're turned off for the flight or the electronics should be turned off instead for takeoff and landing. We are scheduled out of here right about now. Since everyone's vaccinated and all luggage is stowed, we can go. Welcome aboard. Okay, folks, the turn off profile.
Alright, let's go ahead and start these engines up, kill the packs, and we're going to start with engine number 2. And we can watch that. You got N2s coming up, that's good, so we know we have pressure here we go. Yeah, Ryanair doesn't fly from Heathrow. I know, but I can get that delivery to work for the British Airways, so this is the best I could do. All right, 22% N1. Bring on the fuel over here. Listen to that engine come up. All right, starter cut out. Let's start engine number 1 over here. And we got rotation. That's good.
Please read over the safety card you'll find in the seat back pocket in front of you. This card illustrates our safety procedures. In the event of a water evacuation, there's a life vest located under your seat. Remove the vest only if instructed to do so. Open the container, take out the pouch. Tear open the pouch and remove the vest. Place the vest over your head.
All right, we can introduce some fuel.
Wait till outside the airplane to inflate the vest.
And watch that thing turn over fast and fast. All right, and we should have starter cut out soon. There we go. Starter is cut out. We got second engine running on its own. We'll wait until it gets to about 20% on the N2, then we'll know it's stabilized and we'll switch over and get it on gens. Engine gens, here we come. 1, 2. Turn on the pitot heats over here. Turn off the APU bleed, turn on the engine bleed, and the packs can come on. Good to go.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
And parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
We can turn on the yaw damper. And that's it for the overhead. Just need the galley power, utility power. We're good. Good deal. Alright, we got RTO. Let's go flap 5. Alright, and we got that set. Trim is set. We can turn on the flight directors. And we can arm the LNAV and VNAV. Good to go. Let's turn off the APU too.
Tail is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Not a problem. And we can do a recall check and everything is clear on a recall. We got nothing going on. We are good to go, folks. We're all set up and ready to go. It only took us like 30 minutes. And there goes the pushback truck. And he's going to give us that signal. And we are good to go. Alright, we don't have any control on. There's EGKK ground, URS. Not sure what that is, but not in our vicinity, so we don't have an ATC coverage. So let's just get out of here. And let's watch this aircraft roll out. And we can check our flight controls. We are good to go. And watch her taxi out. Now I gotta check my taxi route here because it's gonna be a little bit of taxi to get out of here. Alright, so we need to go straight ahead on this taxi, which is Bravo. Take Bravo all the way around, right on Lima 21, and then left on Alpha. Something like that. I think so. I think that's what we're doing. We'll see. So it's going to be a good little taxi distance here for this flight. Yes, this is Ryanair in London. It's probably blasphemy. But it is rocking the split scimitar still. I like that. Alright, so far so good on the taxi. That's a huge British Airways hangar off to my left there. More United Airlines. Is this the Concorde? Damn right it's a Concorde. Look at that. Wow. That is beautiful. We're going to be passing it soon. Yep, I missed that. Taxi light's gotta come on. Auto brake is RTO, yes sir. You're right, CJ, thank you, sir. Oh, we're gonna be making a left turn here before we even get to see this Concorde. Nice, I've seen one in real life before at JFK. Alright, make this left here. This is Bravo. We're going to make a right on Lima 21. I think we have our de-icing pad over here to the left. Yeah, that's what it said. Oh, that's beautiful to look at. Nice model there, airport. That's Lima 25. And then the next one after this is going to be Lima 21. Yeah, I need to do these airports without ATC just to make sure I get them right before I fly online with it. Definitely. That's a training airplane there for firefighters. Yep. Right there. Training for firefighters. Nice. Alright, this is Lima 21 here. We need to make a right. Who's this guy? What does he want? Let's make this right turn. And then we're going to make a left on Alpha here. Then we're gonna make another right, go to the end of the runway, hold, double check everything, and we're out of here. Not bad, not bad. And we got nobody over here, that's good. Now for 3. We're kind of sensitive on the nose wheel steering here. We need a new Zibo update. We have been starfed and we haven't had one in a while. Alright, so this is the holding point for runway 27 right here. Let's just hold here for a sec. Then we'll taxi out and get on runway. Good to go. Set the parking brake. Oh, we got somebody on VATSIM taxi now. We got a British Airways Airbus coming behind us. Nice. So we do have some traffic out of here. Alright, let's stop looking around and get out of here. Alright, so flap set, trim set, auto brakes, RTO. We can go auto throttle on, and we can go lights on. And we can go strobe and steady. And we can get the cabin people to sit down.
Clear for departure.
Alright, we are clear for departure. We can go bright on that. Alright. Got clearance. Let's get out of here. And we can start the clock. Good deal. This is what, a 12,000 foot runway? So we got lots of space. Lots and lots and lots of space. Well, that's the Marriott we were looking at earlier. It is a big piece of property. Definitely it is. Alright, make a roll and takeoff. 40% N1. N1 set. Let's get out of here. Airspeed's alive. And we are heavy.
80 knots.
80 knots checked. Long roll. We are heavy.
V1, rotate.
Rotate. Goes out 15 degrees.
brake.
Gears coming up. Oh.
.400.
Here we go. Nice. And we're going to need to make a left turn here
1,000.
soon. And go back all the way around. Oh, look at it. Look at that ortho. Jeez. Alright, let's pay attention to flying this plane. Go flap one in the turn. Oh, that is gorgeous. That really is. That ZL-19 is worth it. Can go flap full up. Man, that's beautiful. Keep the turn going. And go flap up full. And let's go to legs. That. Got to nose down a little bit. And head direct TPM.
1,000 to go.
1,000 goes check. All right. And let's bring on the autopilot here, reduce the workload, and go up to 12,000 feet. We got some bumpy air coming out of here. Here's the airfield right there. Alright, we are at transition. Go to standard. Speed's good, and then we should be accelerating now. Yep, and climbing. Perfect. Let's look out over the English countryside. Alright, we do have restrictions here on this SID. We can't be above 6 at EPM. So the airplane is maintaining the speed and the altitude of 6,000 feet because this is what the SID calls for. And we're going to be flying the SID properly. So we got to maintain 250 knot, 6,000. We also have another 6,000 constraint. We got to maintain 6,000 for a while here. Interesting. Yeah, we actually do. And in the meantime, we can bring up the runway turn-off lights here. And taxi lights can come off. That's good. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of all the altitude constraints here in a sec. And go direct DEET. DEET is 6,000. And let's... There we go. Constraints removed. Now we are going to be climbing out. Perfect. And right over the English countryside. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Daniel Jensen, what's up, man? Welcome aboard. This is Xenviro 1.09 I'm using here. Still a work in progress. It still has its issues, but it is very beautiful. You are right. I can't complain about that. Alright, so we are climbing out. When we get to 10,000, it's going to change the speed and speed up to our climb is going to be what? 0.78. There we go. Got that nose down. Alright, so we can bring the gear off. We can turn off all the lights here. And we can ding the cabin. They can get up, and then we can check, make sure that we are pressurizing. Cabin pressure is climbing. Which mod, Lauren Littlejohn? Which mod are you asking if you can get? And let's go to our cruise altitude of flight level 350 on this. Alright, so we're set our final cruise altitude, flight level 350. Go on the range here. We should have turned on the terrain radar, so we should have done. But there's no terrain. And it looks like we are a little bumpy. ortho out here is still nice. Look at that. Wow. Some turbulence. We certainly do. Oh. She's bouncing around there. Yep, very bumpy. Why are you not playing my turbulence message? Oh. Alright. That's because I pressed the wrong one. This is the one right here. Alright, we are climbing like a rocket ship. I gotta tell you, this airplane climbs much quicker than the Airbus. We're gonna be at flight level 350 in like 4 minutes. It's not bad. Danielle Jensen, I know, right? Tell that passenger to shut up. She keeps saying, I know, I know, I know. Check the cabin temperature. Alright, it is 23 C in the cabin. Perfect, that's what I want it to be. And our cabin pressure is still good. 7,000 feet cabin altitude, and we're almost at cruise. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Only XNVIR was better with the haze, be able to see a lot more stuff on the ground. Might just go back to 1.07. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys our route today, where we're flying. So we have kind of a funky flight path. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe somebody can tell me. Why is it our flight path, when it gets to Germany, it goes to a particular waypoint and then head north and do some crazy stuff? I'm going to show this to you guys here. If I can show it to you guys. Yeah. Where is it? Yeah, there it is, right there. Sorry. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Alright, so check out this flight path for some reason. So here we are. We just took off from EGLL. And we're heading out over the ocean now, as you can see. We track all the way over to the mainland of Germany, or Europe. And then it comes down here to this waypoint and shoots north and picks up the star. So my thing is, I'm going to skip that and cut across. Am I cutting across some airspace that I'm not supposed to fly over? Is that what's going on? Low flying area Gulf 3. What does that mean? The Ardennes. Low flying Ardennes. Yeah, this flight plan, I would think, would come from here to here. But it's coming south and then heading back north. And I see some kind of restriction here. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Maybe Black Knight will know. Let me know, man. But that's just weird to me, really. And Black Knight, no. I'm not going to lower the cabin altitude and put everybody off to sleep. Yeah, don't reduce it for too long because I don't want to kill them, right? Is that what you're trying to say? That's funny. That's what they should do with unruly passengers on airplanes. Just reduce the cabin altitude, nod them off to sleep, and call it a day. You know, make it about 13,000 feet. That won't kill them. Just you know, kind of knock them out a little bit. John said, "What's up, John? That's because Trump's tariffs hit today and Germany isn't allowing Americans into the airspace." I'm just... Hey, man, you never know. There are operations going on below a certain altitude. Okay, I see, CJ. That's probably what it is. Alright, we'll follow the flight route here. Make it interesting, because that's a sharp left turn it makes. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just do direct Tobop. Is that what that waypoint is? From Coxie. Direct Tobop from Coxie. See the mainland of Europe coming up? Of course, can't see it because X and Viro suck. Here's the mainland. Let's see this. Legs. Cock, Comob, Dick. Okay, add Sue. Interesting waypoints.
1,000 to go.
So from Cock, okay, that's exactly what it says. We can go to, we can go to Nivnu to Nivnu. Okay. Cobb to Nignu. There it is. From Cock, to Nivnu. Alright, that's what we're going to do. We're going to alter this plan here. Nivnu to here. Cock to Nivnu. Execute that, we're good to go. We just adjusted our flight plan. We just adjusted it, so we're going to be good. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did here. Verify. Save. Awesome. Now we're looking more like a real flight plan. So here's the updated version right there. At first it had us coming all the way down here and going north. We're just going to go straight. So whatever military airspace we're flying over, hopefully we don't get shot down. Just saying. But we are good to go. Good to go. Infinite Flight Parody, welcome aboard, man. How you doing? How do you get your opening welcome page for a live stream? Explain 92, I need some good Euro flights. Okay, not a problem. We'll get them. We'll get the destinations for you. You can do it. This is like my third flight in Europe, by the way. Here's some good scenery. Alright, so the way how I get my opening page with OBS, basically you could set up different screens on the extreme left hand side. If you have OBS, it says scenes, or not screens, scenes, S-C-E-N-E-S. You can set up different scenes and you can name them whatever. So I have a explain scene, which is what you're looking at. I have a display scene, which shows the desktop. Then I have a starting soon and an ending stream scene, which I have basically pictures made up of. And you can direct these scenes to whatever you want it to. You can direct it to a browser window, you can direct it to an application window, or you can direct it to a picture. And I've directed the opening scene to a particular picture that I already have. So I'll click on that, start the stream, and then I'll click over on the explain scene to start the sim. So once you set it up, you'll see how it works, but it's all under scenes. Each scene you make have a different source of where that scene comes from. Hope that helps, but that's what it is. Alright, let's slide over here to the first officer's side, see what we can see. We have plain vanilla Europe over here. I think that's France. Yep, we need to go standard on this side. Almost forgot. Good to go. Infinite Flight Parody, you have a channel? Well, I'm going to be subbing to it also, man. And you guys make sure you sub to CJ Hollister's channel too. I've watched a couple of his flights. It's pretty good. Now, hopefully with the shortcut we take, we have rubbed off some... well, we're at cruise altitude. We need to turn off the fasten seatbelt sign here. Get these passengers to sit down. And make the announcements that we are in cruise. That's right, we are flying Ryanair today with these seat back pockets. Look at these seat backs. They are ugly. I can't imagine flying in an airplane with yellow seat backs like this. I would just go crazy. Man, look at that. That would keep you awake the entire flight, how bright it is. If I could get that lady to shut up and stop saying, I know, I know, I know. Let's make sure the plane is on course. Yes, it is. Alright, we have the next waypoint is not going to be for another 150 miles. And a little bit after that, we're going to be starting our descent. We are good to go. And if we check our cruise and descent, so we have top of descent is another 194 miles to go to top of descent. 1232 Zulu. And that's going to be in about 22 minutes to top of descent. Somebody's making Joshua sick. I know, I know. Yeah, that interior is disgusting, man. Wow, it very well is disgusting. You have done 2 from Heathrow to Charles de Gaulle. That's like a, what, a 40 minutes, 50-minute flight to Charles de Gaulle? Should be. Yes, somebody's flushing the lavatory on this airplane quite often too. You can actually hear it right behind the captain's seat. Pretty landscape though. There's an airport in the middle of nowhere. Daniel, there's an option in X-Plane that says get me lost when you're looking for a particular airfield to fly out of. That's kind of interesting, but you gotta make sure you have the right plane because it will drop you on some grass strip in the middle of nowhere for you to fly and find your way back. Ryanair might be cheap, but this is a beautiful livery, I gotta say. Can't complain about it at all. I like the logo on the horizontal stabilizer. It is real pretty. Nice plane. Yeah, Daniel, go ahead and try it. But yeah, you might get placed in the Australian outback. Never know. Or in the middle of the bush in Africa or something. But make sure you have like a GA aircraft or something that's rugged that can handle some places, you know. Got a city down here. We got some kind of metropolitan area down here. Look at that. She's a beaut. I wonder where that is. Let's turn on airport. EBBR. Interesting. You know, I've always thought of getting to FS economy, but they probably would fire me for inconsistencies or just not flying enough. You know, I have limited days and time that I can stream, so that's the reason why I've never tried to join FS economy or a virtual airline. They would probably just get rid of me. Maybe one day, I don't know. Maybe one day. We'll see. We are coming up to what is this? Where is EBBR? It's a huge city down there. With a bridge over a waterway. Bremen. Okay, there you go. I think it's EBBR for Bremen, yeah. Oh, I so need to learn Europe, man. Do a lot more flights over here. And here's the airport. Right off to our left there. Stick my nose up against the window and look. That's a huge city too. That city is huge. Yep, that is a big city. Let's just watch that. EBBR is Brussels. Yep, beautiful place. Absolutely. Oh, so FS Economy, just fly for yourself. You don't have to be a part of a group. Okay, interesting. Can I do FS Economy and do all airliners? Train station. It's a beautiful countryside here, though, I gotta say. Let's screenshot that. Screenshot. And this is why I love orthophoto scenery, man. You just get to look at realistic places, real places. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy. My bad. Just looking at the stuff here just makes it look so good and so nice. Big ortho. So you can fly most of the 737s and A320s and the like. I don't think there's a lot of 747s and 777. Yeah, I guess those flights probably too long or too far. Maybe I'll make it interesting and do FS economy. Because I'm always flying the 73 and the Airbus. Sometimes I'm like, do I fly these planes too much? It's just all I fly. Every time I think about flying something else on stream, I'm like, I don't know. These are the two planes in the world that everybody just loves to look at it fly and stuff. And that's what I stick with. Okay, I gotta edit this lady out. I gotta go edit that sound file with the I know, put a longer recording. Something like that. I did record some announcements and flight stuff on my flight over from New York to Fort Lauderdale. I wonder if I still have those. Let's see if I can find that. Shane T. Pendrick, thanks for the subscription, man. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate it. Welcome, Shane T. Thanks for joining me on stream. Anytime. Thanks for being a part of the crew here. And as you could tell, these guys in stream, they are a hoot. These guys in chat, I should say, they are a hoot. That announcement. Don't have it for some reason. Maybe I'll find it and put it into the sim here. I'm going to start doing that when I take flights, is just record the sounds and try that. Oh, there it is. I got the announcement. I found the announcement. Shake it up a little and fly a helicopter. No, man, I can't fly a helicopter. I would plant that thing in the ground in a second. I don't know, we'll see. Something to think about, maybe not. Housekeeping checklist. Like button, tapped, sub button, engage, ring the bell at everybody. Okay. Not a problem. Get that done. Shake it up a little bit, helicopter. Shane T wants me to go back to the classics and try the 737-100. You know, I am not bold enough. I would have to be flying slant alpha. Flying from VOR to VOR. No real, well, there's an autopilot, but no auto throttle. What else? No navigation display. Could get the something to think about. Probably would have to fly out west in Vegas or something like that. Go to VR to VOR. But all the SIDS and stars would just be me using my brain versus just punching on the autopilot on these planes and going. All right, I'll think about it, Shane. Not a problem. I think Shane means the 737-200, not the 100. Oh, you do have a 100 on flight gear. I see. Okay. Black Knight, of course, has the 200. I know he flies it all the time. Yeah, we fly fixed-wing airplanes around these parts. So here's the announcement I recorded. If you guys couldn't hear it, let me play it real quick. Come on. Where is? Okay. I couldn't understand anything this flight attendant was saying on this flight when I recorded it. She was speaking so fast. She was like reading the book and speaking. But recordings like that, I can get a lot off and probably just edit my own sound file and see. Something to think about. Shane T says it's a more manly plane than this computer game plane. I can't disagree, man. As much as I like these planes, it is a computer game plane. You know, it's more for the manly man. All right, top of descent is coming up in 40 miles. Ooh. Okay. We haven't planned our descent yet. No, 80 miles to top of descent. 33 in about 9 minutes. All right, so let's prepare our airplane here and look at the charts and see what we need. Let's bring up Sky Vector and see what our weather is going to look like. That's the first thing we got to do. Let's do that. We're almost here at top of descent. Slow today. Here we go. Sky Vector, and look at EDDF. Go. Get rid of that. All right. So here we are. EDDF. What's the weather here? See if it's what I said it was before. All right. 2309 knots is the wind. And few clouds, 800. Not sure what SHRA means. Black Knight probably know. Scattered 1100, 2500 CB. QNH 1015. This looks like bad weather to me. It really does. Yeah, that's low ceiling right there. Okay. That looks like bad weather. So let's plan this real quick. Maybe we have to change runways because of the wind too. Hold on, let's see. We were planning on going into, here's my charts. Go here. So if the winds are coming out of 230, winds are coming this way. I'm sorry, this way. So we need to be landing on the 25s, like 25 center or 25 left. Probably 25 left we're going to land. Yeah, so we're going to change the runway to 25 left. Let's see where the 25 looks like. 25 centered. RLS 25 left. Alright, so that's the chart for the runway. And this, not the star, this, yeah, the star that we're supposed to be on is the Onoko 2M. Come on, where are you? QRST. Where is that Onoko 2M? Interesting. Can't find it. Alright, let's do some runway changes in the FMC here. And also reset the MCP altitude so we can start our descent in VNAV, set it to 24,000 feet, because we're going to be descending here shortly, so the airplane can do that. Alright, FMC. Arrival. We said we're going to be arriving 25 left. And that's the problem. For 25 left, we can't use the Onoko 2M. So that's what it's telling me. Let me see if that's what it's telling me. We are planning late in the game here, folks. Why wouldn't we be able to use this Onoko 2M? Interesting. Gotta check this out and see. I think we can. Maybe not. Onoko 2M. No transition. Let's do. Those are the sevens. Sevens. Probably not. Alright, give me a minute here, guys. I gotta figure out this transition and landing here. From either Metro or Cha. Local 7S on nav transition. Nope, 7725. Okay, it's going to be the Rollis and Anoka 25S. Got to change that real quick. Here we go. And then that will allow us to land on the ILS 25 center and one transition. There we go. Awesome. We got it. Alright, that put our top of descent a little bit further out, no problem. But we're going to be going to the south side of the airport and making a left and come back. And we can actually run through that on the plan if we have to, just to see what it looks like. Let's turn off the airport here and let's do step through this. So we're going south. We're going to go across, go downwind and come back. Perfect. Thank you, Zibo. You have saved the day with a rock-solid FMC here that we can actually count on. It's going to be a deep descent, and that changed our descent time to now 36. So about 3 more minutes, we're going to start our descent. We're good. Zibo has saved the day. Alright, what am I missing in chat? Here we go, Black Knight. Thank you. CBs and rains. That's what I thought. So basically the rain is light with cumulus. Thank you. You're going to have to give me a lesson in reading CTAF and ATIS and things like that. I'm going to have to go on YouTube and look it up. Alright, so since we changed our runway, we got to make sure that our ILS is going to be right. It's going to be a long runway. It's a 30,000 foot runway, so we can go flap 30, 148 as the ref, so maybe we're at 153. And the ILS is 111.55, course 247. 111.55, course 247. We can verify that and make sure that is correct. No, 111.15, course 248. What did I say? How did I get that? 111.15, 248. This has it as 111.55. Oh, you know what? You know, I'm on the 25 center runway. That's why. 25 center. Five center is what we're going to be using. That's left. 25 right, 25 left, 25 center VOR, 25 center ILS. There you go, this one. So the center runway is this one, right beside the terminal we're going to be landing. Not a problem. And that is the right frequency, which is 111.55, course 248. And we're going to intercept it at 4,000 feet. Touchdown zone is 364. So 364. Let's do this. 350. Perfect. We should have been descending already. We're kind of high here. Okay,
knots.
Let's start our descent. And bring out the speed brakes and start our descent. Yeah. And then we also can set up the minimums here to 300 and what does it say? Hold on. On this, minimum is 564. 564. Perfect. Alright, so you're saying, TAF is saying that from between 01 to 12 there will be a 40% chance of CBs at 4,000 feet. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. The advantage of flap 30 versus flap 40 instead. What factors decide flap you choose, and what happens if one takes a poor decision in regards? So, flap 30 gives you a faster landing speed, and flap 40 slower landing speed. Because the more flaps you have, the aircraft has a better chance of flying slower. What I've been told, because I'm not a real world pilot, is that like for instance, if it's very windy outside, you want to land with flap 30 if you have the runway to do it. And it allows for more stable landing. The faster you go if it's windy. Also, it's less drag on the airplane than flap 40, so that's fuel too. Those are the few things that I know. Could be wrong, but that's what I know. Let's turn the fast seatbelt sign. But you would have to ask a real world pilot why, but those are the reasons that give. I find that in the sim, I've landed better at a faster landing speed than a slower landing speed also. Yep, CJ answered it for you. Flap 30 will maintain a knots of 131 to 151 knots. Approach speed is slower at flap 40. $0 is used for shorter runways, and I guess reduce the risk of aquaplaning on a wet runway. Yep. These guys are on point. Alright.
To go.
Alright, let's continue our descent all the way to 10,000 feet. Get this bird down, down, down. And here's the airport right here. This is the airport. We're going to be making a left, going downwind, come back and run a landing. So I guess they keep us this high because of departing traffic. Okay, that could be the reason why. I was wondering why it wanted us to be so high. Of course, the fog's coming in because of X-Enviro. Shane, no, that was a dream of mine to become a rear-row pilot a long time ago, years ago. Not anymore. Too old for it, and just family obligations. I would have to be home all the time. Yeah, for some reason with this airport, man, I always do these fighter jet turns right above it. I don't know if that's correct or not, but it is what it is. But look at that. We're landing on this runway over here, so we're going to go all the way downwind and come back and land on it. Here's the highway leading to it. Ortho scenery is nice. And if this lady says I know one more time, I'm just going to lose it. Wind conditions also determine whether you need flat forward to get to drag, need to maintain landing speed to extreme wind conditions. Never too old to have fun. That's true, Shane. Never too old, you're right. Well, we're all learning something, that's true. Alright. Oh, overspeed. Ooh, let's do that. Bring the nose up. I know I should have been in the airplane. Overspeed the airplane there with descent rate, even though I had to drag out. Wow. Yeah, they're out. Our boards are out. Wonder why it oversped there. Bad piloting. I leveled off. Oh, my auto throttle is stuck. What the hell? Yeah. Auto throttle is out. Okay, speed's coming down. Change over. Let's go to 280 knots. Alright. Speed's coming back, even though we're level. And it should be coming back faster than that. I don't know. That's weird. Speed's all the way back. There we go. Okay, we're good. And we can turn on the auto throttle again. Let's just go down when I lose all this altitude. Now with the auto throttle off, now it's slowing down. I'm confused. Alright. Speed's coming back. Let's continue our descent. Almost killed all my passengers there. Alright, we're gonna go downwind, bleed off as much speed and altitude as possible, turn back, come back to the airport. We need to get down to 4,000 feet at red go. Okay. I see why. It wants us to go all the way out and extend this downwind, but I don't want to. Man, Shane, you're wicked, man. Just use now throttle and screw the other throttle, right? Sure, you're right. If I do use level change, there's less chance of getting that overspeed. And if you're tired of the nagging wife, take her up and kick her off from 5,000 feet. Here comes the rain and the moisture. Shane's got jokes today. Yeah, it's beautiful out. Look at this scene. Oh, look at the countryside out here. Wow. That is nice, nice, nice scene. It's pretty. It is pretty. Alright. We are on profile, which is good. We can actually do the VNAV on this too. And just follow the path. Yeah, speed's good, everything is good. We just hit the VNAV back. Oh, we need to set the auto brake. Let's do auto brake 2 so we can get off this runway close to the terminal. And let's take this all the way down to 4,000. Yeah, second time I came to Germany, I had to extend my downwind so far out, man. I don't know. I guess it's a busy airport. Why they have such a long, extended downwind? Engine de-ice? No, it's plus 6 degrees C, so we're good to go. KJO111, what's up, man? Yeah, I could have zoomed up the scenery, but X-Enviro screws that up for us a lot. So it does that fog trick right there whenever I zoom. I hate that. Let's turn off the speed brakes. Well, retract them. And here's our return back to the airport. We are right above the mountains too. And set this to the final altitude before we intercept the glide path is 4,000. Yeah, we are right above the mountains, man. Wow. And that's a complete 180 turn. Look at that. All right, we are about 25 miles out from the airport. Let's bring on the VOR Loc. Right on profile. And bring the speed back 250 knots. Ah, it is gorgeous out here. That is beautiful. Look at those clouds, man. Oh, man. Screenshot that. Who says X-Enviro is not good? Look at the clouds. Look at the clouds. Just look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, speed brakes can come in. Shane, you're saying I'm doing a NDB approach? No, it's a VR approach. It's ILS, I think. You didn't know Ryanair can afford Scimitar winglets. Yeah, we got moisture. Got some rain here. Light rain, so that ATIS was right. And it is bumpy out. Let's do 1 notch flaps. Speed back. Bumpy. And we are in the clouds. altimeter was 1014 QNH. Alright, we're low. Let's go to continuous.
1,000 to go.
Warn the cockpit. Bring on the lights. We will be landing shortly. Auto brake set. We need to do this. Oh, crap.
1,000 to go.
We're going to need some drag to slow down this airplane. Yes, we do. It is a VOR, you are right. Let's do approach. Ah, what's going on here? I am losing it. Well, we're gonna need drag. I am off the path. What's up? I have no control. Okay, here we go. Covered it. Autopilot off. What was it trying to do? Alright, geared out. Flaps coming back. Let's turn off the auto throttle. Get our speed back. Here's my runway. We're gonna have to manually fly this thing and fly it in. Alright, we got flap 30, lights out. Here's our VREF speed, 145, okay, plus 5. We have a visual on the runway. And we're going to be landing on the runway on the right-hand side. Not sure what happened here, but speed's good. And we just need to arm our auto brake. Good.
Thousand feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Okay, speed's good. Flaps out all the way. There we go. And we're gonna come in for a manual landing. When in doubt, fly the airplane. And let's turn off our flight director. We don't need it. It's confusing the hell out of me. We're a little bit low. Speed, speed, speed. Altitude. Gear down, 3 greens. Perfect. Passengers in the back must be going like, what the hell is going on up front? It's still bumpy out.
Thousand feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Okay, perfect. We got this. I I think.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. 500. 400. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Don't float it. There we go. Reverse out, speed brakes out, auto brakes kicking in, and we're going to go over to manual braking. There we go. Slow it down. We're going to exit right. Whew. I don't know what happened on the final there. Airplane had a mind of its own.
For your safety and those you'll fall on if you stand up, please stay seated. Your seatbelt fastened until that seatbelt sign has been turned off.
Whoa, alright, let's do this.
We thank you so much for choosing us here in Southwest. Have a wonderful night.
Not sure what happened on final, but hey, I'll take it. Alright, bring up these lights. Stacks light can stay on. Turn off the continuous. And turn off terrain radar. Weather radar can come off. Turn off the auto brake. Got a condor right there. No traffic to our left. To our right. Saturn 28, thank you very much for the subscribe, man. Thanks for following the channel. I appreciate it. And where does Ryanair park? I'm going to go straight ahead over to the Lufthansa gate. Screw it. I'm going to be bold today. And we could turn off the window heat. And the pitot heat can come off. And we can turn off the yaw damper. Woo! I'm gonna make a left and go down to the other gates. I don't think Ryanair parks over here. It's all Lufthansa here. I don't think they'll like it if I park at their gates. Just make a left and go that way. And go all the way down and park down near one of those stands or something. I don't think Ryanair has enough money to park at anybody's gate. We can stop the clock. 1 hour and 15 minutes basically was the flight time. Okay, and APU is good. And we can turn off the engine bleed, turn on the APU bleed. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, we're definitely going to go to a stand over here on our left. That seems to be where our Ryanair would park. Not in the expensive gates where the Lufthansas are. Woo! Nice. I'm going to put it over here beside a Wizz airplane. Look at this fuel guy racing me. Really, buddy? You got fuel for me? Look at him. Speed up and slow down. Nice. Yep, we're gonna make a left and put it somewhere over here. Yeah, we're gonna work with this. Right, where the stairs is. Perfect. All right. Let's put on the park brake. That is on. Let's kill the engines. And let's turn off the beacon and collision. Fast seatbelt signs. And we can listen to this engine spool down. I didn't have my flap up all the way. Daniel Jensen, I suggest using the ET function on the clock for flight time, then you can use a chronometer in case you have manual holding patterns and whatnot. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Park at somebody's gate and the whole airline and its employees are homeless. I'd never fly Ryanair. Park on the ramps, don't park at the gates, don't push park. Alright. Okay, both engines are off, parking brake set. I didn't hear flight attendants prepare arrival and cross-check. Anti-collision is off. Off on wing lights, steady. Alright, we're good. And turn off taxi lights. Almost forgot. It's got to be done.
Okay, there we go. Spare doors, please.
Alright, welcome to Frankfurt, Germany, ladies and gentlemen, where we had a successful landing. We almost lost it there on final for whatever reason. And let me just go ahead and do a quick replay of this. I want to see what that landing looks like. Squawk box, disconnect. And let me do a replay and see. We're a good little distance out from the airport. Let's see how far out we are. Alright. Yeah, it was bumpy on the way out, man. It was bumpy, bumpy, bumpy. Yes, Shane. I think I'm going to do the Flight Factor A320 and go back to Heathrow with it. It's going to be another hour something flight. As a matter of fact, while we're looking at replays, let me go ahead and bring it up in SimBrief. We're actually going to do a new flight. Let's do that. And we're going to be flying the Flight Factor with the British Airways. EDDF. EGLL. EDDF. There we go, coming in. Look at that. That is so gorgeous. Come on, get it down, get it down, get it down. Oh, did I bounce it? Yeah, I did. I did bounce it. Figures. I did bounce that one. I didn't break the landing gear though. I gave you a Ryanair style landing. Let's look at the other wing view and see how that looked coming over. You're right, if I'm doing American Airlines, recommend some fresh coat of paint. That is true. Oh, you did a one-wheel livery? Okay. Send me a link to it. Put a link in chat so I can pick it up. And I can fly it. There we go. That's the landing right there. Alright, let's watch this one come in. I love the sound this airplane makes coming in. Oh. Watch the bounce. Yep, went down too hard. I had more runway I could have worked with. That's a huge ass bounce. Way off the center line. It's all good. One more for the tower, then we'll switch the airplane. That bounce was terrible. Yeah, I should have pulled it up some more. Overcorrected too much. That bounce though. Are you kidding? It switched towers on me? I should switch back. Well, I'm flying Ryanair, so I don't really care. You'll be glad when I get that under control, that bounce. Oh, that's right. That's the bounce bug you were telling me about. Okay. Alright. No problem. Here's the tower view. And here she is coming in. Bouncy, bounce, bounce. Nice. All right. That's it. We made it to the runway. We have another flight plan already ready to go. And I'm going to be switching the airplanes right now so we can head back to EGLL. Alright, watch us taxi in, turn off the replay. Hopefully I can restart a new airplane without having this thing crash on us. Having the sim crash. Let's do that real quick.